Hey there, Postal here. Hi. I haven't been on in a while, as you may know. In fact, I actually meant to hop onto Discord today. I haven't even hopped on Discord in a long time. So I'm just giving some background on what is going on and why I haven't been posting videos, haven't been live streaming. I'm supposed to live stream actually in about 9 minutes or so. But that's not gonna happen. So I don't even really know how to go into this. The only reason I'm really posting a video is because I don't think it's fair, I guess, that suddenly I'm gone. And it's not that I don't want to be posting content. I love my community for sure, and playing games and hanging out with you guys. But my family, work life, game life balance is completely skewed towards family life and work life right now. A little bit of background. My in-laws live with us, which is great. However, they've got some significant health issues. I've been on the fence of whether to go into detail on the health issues or not, and I suppose I won't. It's not really my place to tell everybody their health issues, but suffice it to say, I'm taking care of my in-laws. Almost all the time, definitely every single day. And the few snippets of time that I have available to myself, A, I'm just trying to catch my breath sometimes, and B, it's certainly not enough time to even play a game, much less record and edit and render videos and all that kind of shenanigans. So I've played some Clash Royale because I can squeeze in a 3-minute game every once in a while. Helps me mentally disconnect. But playing World of Warplanes, playing Valheim, and SimCity, which I like to play in downtime as well, and Civilization and things of that nature just have not been a possibility. My father-in-law specifically does not have very long to live, and so I'm gonna apologize to Bill that I'm playing a Japanese plane here in the background. He was stationed in Okinawa back in the 50s and 60s. Yeah, I guess it was just the 60s now that I think about it, the entirety of the 60s. So the next plane will be American, I promise, buddy. So yeah, so that's just taking all of my resources, right? So you may know that my work schedule has me working late, 4 p.m. till 1 a.m. And then I get up in the morning, take the kids to school. My wife's already she goes to work early. Take the kids to school, and then it's right to taking care of my in-laws, neither of which can really take care of themselves. And as soon as doing that throughout the day, and then I've got to either pick up the kids from school if it's an early release day, or I go to work, and then I spend all day at work, and rinse and repeat. Some days that means it's doctor's appointments. Today I've got soon a nurse stopping by the house, which is nice. It'll be the first time. And so, I've got to be available for that though as well. I could spend the rest of the day explaining the things that I typically do, but I don't have time to explain that. The whole purpose of even having this video, obviously unscripted and touch points, but not very concise, is just so you guys know what's going on. I'm okay. My family's okay, all things being said. Even my wife and I have had open communication with our kids. One of the great perks of having my in-laws move in with us is that they had their grandparents living with them. The flip side of that is, when their grandparents are in their 70s and 80s and already had health issues when they moved in, now they're seeing that. So But you know, the family itself, my wife and kids are doing well, um, health-wise, and I'm doing well. It's not like you know, there's anything happened to the house or anything like that. So just to put anybody's mind at ease, I need to hop in Discord. I know I've got messages. I'm sure I've got messages in Discord. You guys are good about hey, Postal, we haven't seen you in a while. What the heck's going on, kind of thing. So I need to hop in there after this. But I just wanted to give a heads up on that, and really tell you all that you need to take care of yourselves. I think that's going to be the main thought process on this video is, you know, no matter what your beliefs are, you know, whether you live once or there's an afterlife, you still need to take care of yourself in this life, here and now. You know, you kind of, unfortunately, you learn lessons, whether they intend to or not. Other people will teach you lessons of things to do or not to do. And honestly, one of the saddest things to see is my father-in-law realizing that, you know, some of his health choices, his excuses of more trouble than it's worth, isn't ringing true when now that trouble that you were having to deal with of, you know, watching what you eat or exercising, taking care of your body, is it really more trouble than it's worth? He would argue that's a false statement now, even though he'd been saying that for years. And so I would simply say, take care of yourselves, you know, take care of your families. Lead by example, right? And make sure that you're doing what you can do, because at a certain point, you know, your body's going to tell you, well, you know, all those things that you were doing to me are coming back to bite you. And as much as your body wants to try to continue on, it's just not going to be able to, because if it's years and years and years of, you know, eating the wrong things, eating too much salt, or eating too much sugar, or eating too much of this, or eating whatever it might be. You know, when you're my age, I'll be 42 this year. You know, eating a lot of salt isn't kicking my butt right now. If I was eating a lot of salt, or you know, eating too much sugar isn't kicking my butt right now. But it's really made me take a step back and not just look at that kind of thing, but also look at some things that I had happen earlier in my life. So this whole thing just kind of makes me go back to when I was a kid. So my grandfather passed away when I was 13. For the longest time, I had thought he had passed away from cancer that he had. You know, found out that wasn't true, actually. He actually passed away. He beat the cancer, at least at that time. But he had diabetes as well. And, you know, his body was so weakened by the cancer treatment that it really just allowed the diabetes to kind of start shutting down organs. And, you know, you don't really, obviously nobody's going to tell me that when I'm 13, but, you know, he did not take care of his body very well either, obviously. And so, you know, he's just been having a lot of that on my mind recently. And although I might feel good, and I might even, like, be a proper weight and things of that nature, I also know that, you know, there's things that I need to improve on when it comes to my health. In fact, the very few times that I've had time to myself, and I literally mean to myself, because typically if I've got any break time and I'm actually home with the wife and kids, I'm spending time recently with them. Not that I don't spend time, that's bad word choice. Spending more time with them that I might not necessarily spend, you know, all my time with the wife and kids. So I've definitely been taking a little bit more advantage of that recently. But the minutes of downtime that I have had, or let's say I've got 15 minutes, I've literally just been taking a walk around the block or riding my bike a little bit more. Things of that nature that don't take all that much time, but just doing something physical is better than doing nothing. I've been utilizing my watch when it tells me to in fact, it just did in between transitions here. It was like, hey, now's a great time to get up and move. And I'm like, thanks, I'll do that. So I need to do that. But I need to, I've just had that thought in my head now. And I don't want to be 80 years old and regretting the things that I did as far as my health is concerned. Because I've also seen the opposite end of it. My grandmother is currently in her mid-90s and doing really, really well. And, God forbid, knock on wood, but, you know, she makes a point of it, of just doing simple things like taking a walk around the block, and, you know, eating healthy, clearly make a difference. And she's enjoying her life and loving that she can see, you know, great grandkids at this point, and maybe even great grandkids, which would be mind-blowing, right? And then I see the opposite spectrum of it, where and even though there's nothing, nobody's going to say that you know, late 70s or early 80s is not a long and fulfilling life, but we can say that from the outside. When you talk to somebody who's in their late 70s and early 80s, a lot of them are going to tell you that they wish they had done something a little differently, and that they were able to stay around a little bit longer to see their grandkids graduate or see their grandkids have kids. And so yeah, you just get a lot on your mind, right? There's no right answer to this, so I'm not trying to make anybody feel any worse than somebody might feel about things going on in their own lives. I'm just trying to give some background as to what the heck happened to Postal. A lot of it's just I don't have time right now, and I probably won't have a lot of time over the next few months, and then suddenly I'll have a lot more time, and that's kind of sad too. But I just wanted to give some background on, you know, what we've been dealing with and handling, and yeah. So part of me wants to apologize. Part of me thinks it's kind of silly to apologize, but I'm also the kind of person that would still apologize about not communicating clearly more quickly, and apologize about not. You know, I haven't posted a video. I can't even tell you the last time I posted a video. It'd be more than a week for sure, right? And I know I streamed this last Saturday, but even that I had to cut short because I was just so tired. We went out to we went to the beach on Saturday, actually. The kids were asking, and my father-in-law was saying he'd like to go to the beach because he's not sure if he'll be able to go to the beach again. And it's like, I know he didn't mean it in like, it's not, that's on my brain, right? You know, when he says something like that, he's not trying to make anybody feel bad. He's stating facts. But then you get in your own head about, crap, like, probably will be his last time going to the beach. And so you just get those thoughts in your head. We're lucky enough that we've got a timetable, right? You know, we're lucky enough that we can say, okay, he has 3 to 6 months, and you know, at least we're able to try to squeeze in as much as you can. You know, I've had situations in my life where you go to sleep and somebody's alive, and you wake up and they're suddenly not. And I'm sure we've all been in that type of situation, unfortunately. And that's, you know, you don't have time to say, is this going to be the last time I can go to the beach? Is this the last time I'm going to see my grandkids? Is this the last time I'm going to... None of that's... You just riding your bike to work and then get hit by a car. You know, you've got situations that you've got minimal control over, if any at all, and suddenly it's all gone, right? And so yeah, my brain's been in weird places, I guess. Maybe not weird. Maybe that's the other aspect of it. There's one constant in life, and that is that it's eventually going to end. What do you do with that time that you have before it ends is really up to all of us, right? And so it is weird that I think it's kind of weird that it's an odd, that it's a hard conversation, right? Because again, it's the only thing that all of us are gonna have to deal with, no matter what. Different processes and different means to an end, so to speak. Probably bad word choice, but at least in my circles, in my household, in my society that I am in, talking about death is not something that happens all that often until it's right around the corner for somebody you know, or until it happened unexpectedly to somebody you know. And so, yeah, that's where I'm at. And so I appreciate all of you for reaching out. Like I said, I'll check Discord. I meant to even check Discord before this. I didn't even get the opportunity to... I tried to record this video a bunch of times, but I've got to go. I appreciate you all sticking out with me, and I'll see you at another time.